Hey guys, we're gonna do some problems for the review. I'm not sure I'm actually have time to get through all of them, so I do apologize for that, but I'm just running short on time right now. But I'm gonna try to get through as many as I can. Alright, so problems 1 through 4, it says factor each of the following completely. Alright, and number 1 gives us 6x squared minus 5x plus 1. Well, this is a quadratic, highest power is 2, trinomial, 1, 2, 3, 3 terms, so it's a quadratic trinomial. And if I say factor, I should always, no matter what the factoring problem looks like, no matter if it's a quadratic trinomial or not, I should always start off factoring the greatest common factor. 6, negative 5, 1. They only have a 1 in common. X squared x, no x. That means they don't have a variable in common. So that means that there is no greatest common factor, so I'm going to go straight to tic-tac-toe. So I say 6x squared, then I say 1. I multiply these two, and I get 6x squared. I need to add up to the linear term, which is negative 5x. So two numbers that multiply 6x squared but also add negative 5x. This is the hardest part for most people. You got to think about numbers that multiply 6 but add to negative 5. Negative 2x and negative 3x. Negative times negative is a positive. 3 times 2, that's a 2, not a 1. 3 times 2 is 6. X times x is x squared. Negative 2x plus negative 3x is negative 5x. In this box, I say what 6x squared and negative 2x have in common, which is a 2x. In this box, I say what 6x squared and negative 3x have in common, which is a 3x. 2x times what, that's what's going to go right here, is negative 2x. Negative 2. 3x times what is negative 3x. That's what I put right here, negative 3. Go across, so you get 2x minus 3 times 3x minus 2. And that would be your answer. Alright, let's go to number 2 here. 2, 9, 18. What number do they all have in common? They don't. That's right, just a 1. So then x squared x, no x. Okay, so that means I can go straight to tic-tac-toe. So I say 2x squared, negative 18. Multiply the 2 and I get negative 36x squared. Okay. So now I got to think about what are two numbers that add to 9x but multiply to negative 36x squared. Alright, so what are numbers that multiply 36? Well, there's 1 and 36, no way I can make those add to 9. There's 2 and 18, no way I can make those add to 9. There's 3 and 12. Is there a way to make 3 and 12 multiply to negative 36 but add to a positive 9? Yes, what if you had a positive 12x and a negative 3x? Well, negative times positive is negative. 3 times 12 is 36. X times x is x squared. 12 plus negative 3 is 9, and the x tags along. So 2x squared and 12x, what do they have in common? A 2x. 2x squared and negative 3x, what do they have in common? Just x. 2x times what is 12x? 6. X times what is negative 3x? Negative 3. Go across, so you get 2x minus 3 times x plus 6. Okay? And that's it for number 2. Alright, let's go to number 3. Alright? Number 3, I went too far. 3x squared plus 5x minus 12. 3, 5, negative 12. What number do they all have in common? A 1. That's right. Okay? So now I encourage you to pause this video and try to do the tic-tac-toe part of this problem on your own and just come back to check to see if you got it right. So hopefully you're unpausing this video and you just complete this problem. You're like, alright, I know I put the quadratic term here. I know I put the constant term here. I know I multiply the two, so it's negative 36x squared again, just like the prior problem had that. Different numbers that made that though. So now I need, now I need two numbers that multiply negative 36x squared but add to 5x. Okay, so once again we go back to, okay, what are numbers that multiply 36? 1 and 36, no way I could make those add to 5. 2 and 18, no way I can make those add to 5. 3 and 12, no way I can make those add to 5. 6 and 6, no way I can make those add to 5. Oh, I forgot 4 earlier because I skipped from 3 to 6. 4 and 9. What if I had a positive 9x and a negative 4x? Would that work? Well, 9 times negative 4 is negative 36. X times x is x squared. 9x plus negative 4x is 5x, so that does work. What does 3x squared and 9x have in common? 3x. What does 3x squared and negative 4x have in common? Just x. 3x times what is 9x? 3. X times what is negative 4x? Negative 4. Go across, so you get x plus 3 times 3x minus 4. Okay? Alright, next problem. Negative 6x squared minus x plus 2. So what number do they all have in common? Well, hopefully you're like, Mr. Nellen, negative 6, negative 1, and 2 only have a 1 in common. But I need the quadratic term's coefficient, which is negative 6 in this case, to be positive. So I'm going to start off by factoring out a negative 1. So that changes this to 6x squared plus x minus 2. Now I'm going to tic-tac-toe this guy. So once again, pause the video and see how far you can get on your own. So hopefully you're unpausing the video and you're like, yes, I know to put the quadratic term there and the constant term there, and I know to multiply the two to get there. And I know to add, I need two numbers that multiply to this, but add to this. So two numbers that multiply negative 12, but add to 1. If you did not know how to get this far, if you're now this far, stop. Really try to get these two without me telling you. You need two numbers that multiply to this, but add to this. So hopefully you're unpausing this video and you found the two numbers. And you're like, Mr. Netherland, the two numbers are 4x and negative 3x. Now, what does 6x squared and 4x have in common? A 2x. Ooh, I did not mean to draw that actual random little line there. What does 6x squared and negative 3x have in common? A 3x. 2x times what is 4x? 2. 3x times what is negative 3x? Negative 1. Then always go across, so you get 3x plus 2 times 2x minus 1. Good? Alright, move on to the back. Alright, number 7. 9x squared, 30x, 9. What number do they all have in common? Pause here. There's a number. See if you can do this next step on your own. Hopefully unpausing the video and like Miss Dunn, they all have a 3 in common. So when you factor out a 3, you think division, and that becomes 3x squared plus 10x plus 3. Okay, so if you couldn't get that far, that's fine. Now stop and try to do the tic-tac-toe part on your own. So hopefully you've completed the entire problem now and you're just watching this part to make sure you're getting it correct. So you put the quadratic term, the constant term, you multiply the two, you put the linear term out to the side. I'm kind of running short on time, so the two numbers are 9x and x. 3x squared and 9x have a 3x in common. 3x squared and x have an x in common. 3x times 3 is 9x, x times 1. Go across, go across. Don't forget little brother. So you say 3x plus 1, x plus 3. And there you go. Okay, go on to trying number 8 on your own. So hopefully you're just now unpausing the video and you have number 8 completely done and you're only watching it to verify you got it correct. Well, you started off pulling out a 5, hopefully, and then you went to tic-tac-toe and you put x squared here, you put 20 here, multiplied the 2 to get here, which is 20x squared. You put negative 9x over here, and then you used, what are two numbers that multiply to 20? Oh, you used negative 5x, sorry that took me long, and negative 4x. You saw that x squared and negative 5x have an x in common. X squared and negative 4x have an x in common. X times negative 5 is negative 5x. X times negative 4. Don't forget about little brother, so you write 5x minus 5, x minus 4. Boom, there's your answer. Okay, moving on. 9 and 10, I should have given you different instructions. I don't mean to tell you to factor, I mean to tell you to multiply. Okay, so how do you multiply this stuff out? Well, you do first times first, so that gives you 2x squared. And then you do first times second, so that gives you negative 6x. Now this first term is multiplied to everything in this second parentheses. So I go to the second term in the first parentheses. Negative 5 times x, that's negative 5x. Negative 5 times negative 3, that's a positive 15. Put the two middle terms together, and you get 2x squared minus 11x plus 15. And there we go. Alright, try number 10 on your own. Hopefully you just finished number 10. You're like, just know this is a piece of cake. This is easy breezy. You just kind of multiply. So that's a negative 11x now. Minus 121. I got the 121 by multiplying the negative 11 and the positive 11. And you notice the middle two terms are the same number but different signs. Therefore, they cancel each other out. And I can say x squared minus 121. Alright? Alright, guys. I know I flew through that. So please let me know what questions you have. Send me a remind. Send me an email. Send me a Canvas message. I will not be here today, as in the 3rd of December, Monday, after school. Alright? But I will be here tomorrow morning. So feel free to come by for tutoring at 8:30. Alright? Alright, thanks, guys.